The epic Robert E. Howard crossover comes to a close when the remaining heroes take drastic steps after Conan's death to destroy the Black Stone. How far will the Howard heroes go, and what will they sacrifice to stop the Black Stone's evil? Let's find out in Conan Battle of the Black Stone number 4 from Titan Comics. See you in 3. Welcome back to Comical Opinions. This is our review of Conan the Battle of the Black Stone number 4. Wowie wow wow. It's one thing to start a miniseries on a decent or strong note and finish strong, but it's another to start strong and end on a phenomenal note. Writer Jim Zub concludes the Robert E. Howard crossover event with drama of the highest order, cinematic action, and a super satisfying conclusion. Plus, you get a last page tease that will get Lovecraft fans all aflutter. Well done, Titan. Well done. Before we dig into the finale, how about a brief recap? When last we left the Howard heroes in Conan Battle of the Black Stone number 3, the great beast, unbound by time or space, reappeared when Dark Agnes intentionally summoned it to force a battle. Unfortunately, the giant monster was too great for Dark Agnes to overcome, and she lost her life. The issue ended with Conan choosing to fight instead of flee, but even the mighty Conan joined Dark Agnes in the hereafter. And that brings us to the current issue. In Conan Battle of the Black Stone number 4, the remaining Howard heroes, which are Solomon Kane, Brissa, and Kirawan, find a quiet spot for Conan to take his last breath. When the barbarian dies, the players are suddenly imbued with a green fire and slowly begin to dissolve. James Allison's spirit explains that Conan was the anchor to this time and place, so his death threatens to send them back to their respective lives before their quest is won. Writer Jim Zub starts the issue with a strong element of shock and urgency. Yes, Conan is technically dead, so the Howard heroes better figure something out quickly before the barbarian's demise ends any hope of stopping the beast of the Black Stone. So you're immediately saddened, a little bit surprised, and also frantic because you know something bad is going to happen and they better figure it out quick. Against Solomon Kane's protests, Kirawan decides to perform a pagan ritual that may undo what was done. Kirawan pulls out a small knife, recites an otherworldly incantation he learned years ago, and plunges the knife into his right eye as a sacrifice. Yikes. The ritual grants him the ability to share his life power with Conan's lifeless frame. Soon, Brissa joins the connection, and after a strong urging, Solomon Kane jumps in as well. Suddenly, Conan is shocked to life, retethering all the heroes to their current place in the timeline. In exchange for the sacrifice of his right eye, Kirawan is granted the vision of the souls who've passed beyond this mortal realm so that he can bring them on their journey, because they want revenge against the Black Stone just as much as the living. Jim Zub uses ancient magics, resurrection, and maybe an homage to Tolkien's Return of the King to set the stage for an epic battle. Kirawan may be Howard's archetype for Indiana Jones because this moment confirms Kirawan is just as brave and committed as he is scholarly. The three heroes are four again, and Kirawan uses his new sight to follow the trail of energy to the Black Stone's resting place. The four march along a narrow trail accompanied by the ghosts of Picts and warriors, all of which have a score to settle against the Black Stone and its beast. The procession ends when they reach a massive crater blasted in the center of the jungle, with a Black Stone altar and the giant beast waiting at the center. The issue ends with a battle for the ages, a new path for two Howard heroes, and the opening eye of a great old one. Overall, Conan Battle of the Black Stone number 4 ends the crossover miniseries as well as it started, maybe even better. Jim Zub prayed to the great old ones to invoke the power of pulp adventure, so let's hope he didn't put an eye out in exchange. Let's switch gears for a second and talk about the art. Jonas Scharf kills it in the art department to finish the issue with strength, power, vitality, and excitement. Robert E. Howard's cast of characters have never looked better, and the last page's visual tease will leave you hungry for more. This was a fantastic miniseries and a fantastic finale, so hats off to Jonas Scharf. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Without giving too much away regarding the ending, a monster from Lovecraft lore is introduced, but H.P. Lovecraft only referenced the monster and never fully introduced it. The great old one in question was originally named in the King Cole story The Curse of the Golden Skull, but the character didn't fully appear until it was developed by Steve Englehart and Frank Brunner when they brought the monster to life in Marvel Premiere number 10, which was published on August 31st, 1973. Final thoughts, what do we think about Conan Battle of the Black Stone number 4? It ends the spectacular crossover miniseries on a cosmically good note. Jim Zub imagines a battle for the ages that requires our heroes to fight, sacrifice, and die to save the world, and Jonas Scharf's artwork is pulp magnificence. Therefore, Conan Battle of the Blackstone number 4 earns a 10 out of 10. Unless Titan makes a monumental misstep, there isn't another publisher who comes close to adapting a classic property as well as Jim Zub and everyone working on the Conan titles. But what do you think? If you weren't a Robert E. Howard fan before this crossover, did this miniseries change your mind? Leave a thumbs up if you found this review helpful, and drop a comment below with which other Howard hero deserves a solo outing. We received the good word that Solomon Kane is coming in 2025, so who should follow next? Also, remember to click on the link in the description to read the written review, check out the variant covers and preview pages, and buy this comic to help support the channel. Your support, of course, is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for joining, and stay tuned through the outro for more reviews just like this one.